Geometry 2014, problems 2 and 3. This is the final review, part 2. We want an equation for the line perpendicular to the given line through this y-intercept. It's important to remember parallel lines have the same slope. And perpendicular lines have slopes that are negative reciprocals so that if your first slope is A over B, then your perpendicular slope is going to be equal to, this one is positive, so I need a negative. Reciprocal means the denominator goes on the top, the numerator goes on the bottom. When I multiply these two together, they multiply together to -1. In our example here, the perpendicular line will be given by the equation y is equal to, the original is 2 over 7, so the perpendicular line will have a negative slope of 7 over 2 times x plus 2, because that is the y-intercept. On to problem 3. If we use the distance formula, the distance is equal to the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. In this case, now be careful of this because there's a chance to make a mistake here. The distance will be equal to the square root of 7 minus -1, x2 minus x1, but the negative of a negative is a positive, squared, plus y2, -8, minus y1 squared, and we can do that arithmetic. We can also graph this problem, and we can see if we graph it, we can use the Pythagorean theorem. -1, 2, and 7, -8. So my change in y is 10. My change in x is 8. A squared plus b squared equals c squared, or in this case the hypotenuse squared. And we find the hypotenuse is 2 times the square root of 41, which simplifies to 6.4 whatever. In Ms. Collins-Becker's class, we leave things in radical form. We do not simplify to decimals. Here we get the square root of 64 plus 100, and in both cases our answer is the same.